Okay, class. So for this video lecture, we will be discussing about copyright violation and plagiarism. So first, let's define what copyright is. So copyright is a legal means of protecting an author's work. It is a type of intellectual property that provides exclusive publication, distribution, and usage rights for the author. So this means that whatever content the author created cannot be used or published by anyone else without the consent of the author. So copyright is also the legal protection extended to the owner of the rights in an original work. So ibig sabihin yan, if ginamit mo yung works ng mga authors na yan, ay since it is protected legally by the IP Code of the Philippines, case can be filed against you. So tingnan natin ngayon kung ano ba yung mga forms ng original works na tinutukoy dyan. So those include books and other writings, musical works, films and photographic works, ornamental designs or models of manufacture, paintings, sculptures, other works of arts, even yung mga computer programs and mobile apps are, those are the literary and artistic works enumerated in the Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines or RA 8293 as amended by RAs 9150, 9502, and 10372. So sabi dyan, the IP code grants authors, artists, and other creators automatic protection for their literary and artistic creations from the moment they create. So once you have published an article in the CLSU Collegian, poem in the CLSU Collegian, so automatically protected ka na ng IP code for publishing that poem or article in the CLSU Collegian or any other publication. So copyright protection. So there are three basic requirements for copyright protections. For one is the it must be a work of authorship. Ayan. So kailangan para maprotektahan ka ng IP code or makover ka ng protection na yon, dapat ay yung gawa na yon ay sarili mong gawa. Ikaw talaga mismo, yung mga ideas is galing sa'yo. Yan, it must be a work of authorship, sabi nga dyan. And it must be original. So, hindi siya derived sa kahit anumang naging sa isang or inspired by sa mga nabasa mo na mga tula or one. It must be original. And lastly, of course, it must be fixed in a tangible medium of expression. So, fixed in a tangible medium expression, it means that the work can be communicated to others, whether through visual or audio means. So, punta naman tayo sa copyright infringement. So, ang copyright infringement, ito yung kasong pwedeng isampa sa iyo if ever you have violated copyright or halimbawa meron kang kinopiyang isang article at ipinablish mo without asking the consent of the author. So sabi nga dyan, copyright infringement under the Philippine law occurs when there is a violation of any of the exclusive economic or moral rights granted to the copyright owner. So ito yung mga situations kung saan pwede kang kasuhan ng copyright infringement. So halimbawa, yung isang material na yan, halimbawa, libro, nireproduce mo at pinagkakitaan mo siya o kaya pina-rent mo siya, gano'n. So yun, you can pwede kang kasuhan ng copyright infringement doon. I-distribute mo without the consent also of the author. And in-exhibit mo siya, yung article in public without again the consent of the author. Yan. So, pwede ka pa rin kasuhan doon. So, yan yung sinasabi ng grounds for you to be filed against a copyright infringement case. Okay, so ito yung mga example ng mga cases ng copyright infringement. So halimbawa na lang yung ABS-CBN. So alam naman natin na ang ABS-CBN, we have numerous TV programs that are very interesting. And ang nangyari dito kasi is meron kasing mga pirate sites in the US. Siyempre kasi marami mga Pinoy din sa Amerika. Ang ginawa ng mga sites na yan is in-air nila doon yung mga TV programs ng ABS-CBN without their consent. Siyempre patago, ayun kaya nga pirate sites. So kaya ang ginawa ng ABS-CBN, they filed a case or sinu nila ang mga pirate sites na yan at in return, siningil nila ng tago $1 million each. Kaya nga yung case nila ay tinatawag na the 27 million anti-piracy case in the US versus ABS-CBN. Siyempre nanalo sila at yan. Then the other one is the case of ABS-CBN versus GMA. So yung dalawang TV network na yan, nagsampahan sila ng kaso. So ang scenario kasi dyan is yung ABS-CBN, kinover nila yung homecoming ng overseas Filipino worker and hostage victim na si Angelo de la Cruz noong 2004. So yung ABS-CBN naman, inalaw nila yung Reuters television service i-air yung footages na kinuhanan ng ABS-CBN under a special embargo agreement. So dito napapasok ngayon yung case. Ito namang GMA ay binroadcast din nila yung footage ng ABS-CBN, but ang sabi naman kasi ng GMA, yung footages na yun ay kinuha nila sa RTS or Reuters Television Service na nanggaling yun sa which is nanggaling din naman sa ABS-CBN. So parang hindi nag-push through yung kaso o hindi sila nanalo kasi ang naging pang-rebuttal ng GMA is, ang sabi ng GMA, meron silang subscription to Reuters. So hindi nila pwedeng isu yung case na yan na copyright infringement case due to the subscription of GMA has with Reuters television service. So yun. Then we have another example here of a copyright infringement case. Is the Ellie Buendia versus the Pop stage na para siyang entertainment na para siyang show. So ang eksena dyan, or yung case na yan, ganito ang nangyari. Yung si CJ Villavicencio, siya yung champion ng the pop stage. Then he was accused by Ellie Buendia and yung musical director ng Huling El Bimbo na sinabi na kinapi daw ni Villavicencio yung arrangement ng Eraserhead song na ka-enumerate dyan sa article. So nangyari dyan is parang ang sinabi nila ng CJ Villavicencio is parang na inspire, parang tribute na lang niya yun sa E-Heads kasi nga is fan siya ng E-Heads. Pero kasi ang kaya naman nagsampo ng kaso si Ellie Buendia at saka yung musical director na si Mike Salamon kasi hindi daw nang hingi ng consent si CJ Villavicencio na i-rearrange or hindi siya nang hingi ng permiso either kay Ellie Buendia o sa musical director na parang i-rearrange yung mga kanta ng Eraserhead. So yun, kaya nag-file sila ng kaso. And then we have a case naman here between Habana versus Robles, which is a case filed last July 19, 1999. So yung the defendant, sabi niya, ay kinopya daw ng defendant yung part in-incorporate at in-reproduce pa yung parts ng plaintiff in his own textbook. So yun, pinagkokopya niya yung mga parts ng libro ng defendant at inilagay niya, in-incorporate niya dun sa sa libro na ginagawa niya. So, ang sabi ng defendant, ang argument niya is hindi naman daw niya, there was no literal production of the entire book, sabi ng defendant. But ang sagot naman sa kanya ng Supreme Court that it was not necessary for the entire work or even much of it to be copied for copyright infringement. So yun. So technically kasi nakinapi yung ganun. So sabi dyan, it is not enough that so many things are taken that the value of the original work is significantly reduced. Yun kasi hindi rin siya, siguro hindi rin niya sinay properly. Kaya hindi rin niya ipinaalam na ilalagay niya daan. Kaya nag-file naman ng kaso yung yung defendant ay yung plaintiff dun sa against the defendant. So yun. So hindi lang yung copyright infringement ang ikinaso sa kanya, kundi kinasuhan din siya ng unfair competition kasi nga parehas sila ng siguro topic or subject na isinulat sa libro, kaya kinasuhan din siya ng unfair competition ng trademark at saka ng damages. So ganyan yung nangyari sa kaso ni Habana versus Robles. Then we have the famous case of Willing Weary, the 127 million. Parang grabe, parang yung mayaman ng ABS-CBN sa kakafile ng mga copyright cases. So this case of ABS-CBN is about Willing Willy program, which is now the program of Willy Villame in TV5. So di ba umalis na si Willy Villame sa ABS-CBN at yung dati niyang programa na Wawawi, inilipat niya sa TV5 at pinangalanan niyang Willy Willy. So nag-file ng copyright infringement ang ABS-CBN kasi ang claim nila ng ABS-CBN is yung Willing Willy is copycat daw ng Wawawi. So lahat ng segment ng Wawawi is merong parang counterpart o katumbas na segment din doon sa Willing Willy. Kaya nga sinabi nila na copycat. So yun, so parang syempre nanalo dyan yung since tama naman kasi yung claim nila, as is naman kasi yun, kaya biglang nag-stop din yung program nila. So nanalo dyan ang ABS-CBN. Okay. So ito yung mga penalties ng copyright infringement. So makikita natin dyan, ang nakalagay lang dyan is hanggang 50,000 to 1.5. But depende kasi yung sa i-demand ng ng plaintiff na nagsampa ng kaso, katulad ng case nga ng ng ABS-CBN, demand sila ng 127 million pesos na damages, and yung isa kanina na 27 million yung sa mga pirate sites ng GMA. So gaano kalaking pirate sites in the US, yung nag-air ng program ng ABS-CBN. So gaano kadaming pera ang nakukuha din ng ABS-CBN. So wala naman. So yun. Okay, so punta naman tayo ngayon sa plagiarism. So ang plagiarism naman is the theft of another person's language, thoughts, or ideas. So simply saying, pag ninakaw mo yung thoughts or ideas at ng isang tao at kinlaim mong sa'yo, yan, pwede kang kasuhan ng plagiarism. So sabi dyan, to plagiarize it, as it is commonly understood according to Webster, is to take ideas, writing, etc. from another and pass them off as one's own. So pag talagang inari mo yung isang idea na yon is pwede kang kasuhan ng plagiarism. So it is also an act of appropriating the ideas of another and presenting them as one's own. So malinaw na sinasabi dyan sa definitions na yan. Pag inari mo talaga na sa'yo, ng isang work is pwede kang kasuhan dyan ng plagiarism, lalong-lalo na yung original creative works like academic paper, literary or scientific publication, or artistic work. Halimbawa, inari mo yung tula ni ng isang kakilala mo na sa'yo, ayan. Yung, kumbaga parang sinabi mo na ikaw yung gumawa, pwede kang kasuhan yung yung author mo yun. So, sabi dito, the case of plagiarism requires an element of deliberate intent by the Supreme Court. So, ibig sabihin, for a plagiarism case to pursue, so dapat titingnan element na yan, deliberate intent. Kumbaga, sabi nga dyan ay you are conscious that merong ibang writer na nagmamay-ari ng article na inari mong sayo. Sabi nga dyan. So, plagiarism presupposes intent and deliberate conscious effort to steal another's work and pass it off as one's own. So alam mong hindi sa'yo, alam mong ginawa ng iba't inari mo na sa'yo, you take the credit dun sa output na yon. Yan, you can be filed a plagiarism case of the original author. Okay, so ito yung mga sample plagiarism cases. So what is yung tagline natin sa DOT na it's more fun in the Philippines. So actually it was talagang very obvious naman na lifted siya sa campaign ng Switzerland noong 1951. So actually malaking case yan kung kinasuhan tayo ng ng ambassador ng Swiss ambassador. So hindi lang siguro baka ayaw niya siguro ng gulo. So ang nangyayari kasi diyan is the plagiarism issue eventually died down. So according to the article, especially after Swiss ambassador to Manila, Ivo Sealer expresses support for the It's More Fun in the Philippines campaign. So ganun yung nangyari dyan. So actually, it's the second time na pinlagiarize ang DOT yung mga tagline natin sa yung ating tourism slogan. Kasi prior to that, meron pa silang isang kinopya from Poland naman. Yun. So, then we have here the famous case of Senator Tito Soto, yung about his speech on RH bill, kung saan sinabi niya na yung kanyang pinanggalingan ng speech ay kinapi lang naman inadmit naman niya pero sabi niya, blogger lang naman daw yon kaya yung kung saan inilif yung kanyang mga sinulat din sa RH bill. So yung mga staff naman niya, so parang inamin naman din na kinopya nga rin sa iba't ibang website at yung blog na yon ay considered as public domain. So ibig sabihin ay parang siguro kinukontra nila yung issue na plagiarism. Still, plagiarism pa rin yun dahil hindi nila sinite properly kung hindi pa may nakapansin na ito ay parang kinopy from an article of the American blogger Sarah Pope. So hindi pa siya ma-disclose yung issue na yung sinulat na nila yon is plagiarized. So yun. Then we have here a case, I don't know if you have heard this, but it is a case between a Filipina artist kung saan kinopya daw niya yung work ng Korean artist. So yan. So kung titingnan niyo, mayroon ng similarity and meron pang mga images na makikita mong similar kung paano i-drawing yung cartoon na yan or is very same with the Korean artist work. So, parang ito naman kasing si Miss Gipa naman, which is a UP graduate pa naman, sayang, ay inadmit niya na talagang kinopya niya talaga yung work. Hindi naman kumbaga parang kinopya, parang siguro is ginawa niya inspiration. Ayun, sabi pala dito, talagang kinapi talaga niya. Mayroon na siyang binago ng konti. Kinapi niya yung illustration ni Hong. So ito yung statement niya na naghihingi siya ng pasensya, ng apology na talagang sabi niya na inamin niya na yung art na kinreate niya is hindi nanggaling talaga sa sarili niyang effort. Kumbaga is kinopya niya nga doon sa gawa ng Korean illustrator. So yun, inamin niya. Kaya talagang we have a case of plagiarism. So, yun. So, ano ba ang difference ng copyright versus plagiarism? So, or copyright infringement versus plagiarism. Ang copyright infringement ay nangyayari siya kung ang isang tao ay kinapi yung isang material without the consent or permission or approval of the copyright holder. So yan, while the plagiarism is considered as an act of stealing someone else's work, pag inari mong yung isang output na yon ay sa'yo, which is hindi naman talaga. So that is plagiarism. Kumbaga nagka-coincide yan yung copyright infringement at plagiarism. So sabi nga dyan, so plagiarism is not considered a crime under Philippine law, but it is punishable under the Cybercrime Prevention Act if it equates to copyright infringement. So halimbawa na lang ay meron kang kinapi na isang statement doon sa isang libro at hindi mo na nga siya sinite, yung original author, at inari mo pang sa'yo, ayan, doon napapasok na kakasuhan ka na ng copyright infringement kasi nga ang plagiarism is not actually a crime. So magiging crime lang siya pag if it equates to copyright infringement. So ganun yun. Okay, so usually ganun naman yung nangyayari. Pagka kinapi at inari mo sa'yo, usually nangyayari talaga yan. Ganun yun, you have a case of copyright infringement. So yun lang for this topic, and we will move to the next topic, which is sedition. So maikli lang naman yun. And okay, so stop the recording na. Ba, ayaw lumabas.